David Paich says working on the Doobie Brothers' Living on the Fault Line taught him an awful lot via their producer, Ted Templeman. So much so that it really influenced Toto's debut album. Here's David Paich. Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line. I just talked to Jeff Skunk Baxter a couple of times, and he said, you know what? I can understand now, looking back, why maybe at that time that album didn't hit like it was supposed to. Yeah. But Jeff he says, I love that album. You were on that album.
Yeah. I got to do horns and strings on that record. And I learned a lot about doing vocals from Ted Templeman. That was Mike McDonald had just joined the Doobie Brothers, and I heard how he was layering those vocals with Mike McDonald and the band. So he taught me a few things there, and it was great. Of course, Mike McDonald's a joy to work with, and Ted Templeman was mainly the guy who I worked with on that album. And my father helped out with some of the arrangements. He was always my wingman, or I was his wingman, one or the other, on these arrangements. So fond memories.
Jenny King, Jenny's from Chicago, good Chicago nurse. She says, what was the first song you ever wrote and what inspired it?
The first song I ever wrote, I think there was a song called Face Beneath a Crown, was a song I wrote back in high school. And it was like me doing my impression of Elton John, The King Must Die, you know what I mean, on the first record. It's actually Elton's second record, the Elton John record, because Empty Sky, I think, was his first record.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't released in North America till the mid-70s.
Yeah, the King Must Die. That was the title, right? On the first album. And so I was trying to imitate those kind of songs.
The first time, my God, that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That was a song written by myself and Mike Sherwood. And I had that riff and the verse right after I started playing that song right after Falling in Between album. And right after that, all of a sudden, I always get good ideas the day we finish an album. I start thinking of things that I really wanted to put on the record. So I started writing that song and then put it away in the chest and brought it back out during Toto 14. And me and Michael Sherwood finished the lyrics on it. And he did a demo on it, demo vocal, which is that vocal. Because we don't always make, when we try and do a vocal or record, we're trying to do masters. We're not doing demos anymore. In hopes, that's the ultimate dream there. But his vocal was so compelling and so just soulful and bittersweet and everything. I felt that everybody needed to hear that performance of his. So I kind of just made a framed his vocal with the other instruments that were on there, of which Davy Johnston plays on that song, on the new stuff.
Forgotten Toys is the brand new EP from David Paich. It's a long time coming. He spent his whole life working with a whole bunch of musicians. We'll have links to the Toto website where you can pick it up in the description. Make sure you like our video. Keep in mind the entire first interview is online right now. We'll have a link to it. And keep looking back for links to the brand new interview in its entirety. We'll be having that up in the next couple of weeks. And there'll be a link in the description. Subscribe to our channel, share our videos, and comment. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. Take care of yourself.